Hello, gentle viewers. This is of Indian, welcoming you to a new episode of Out of the Park Baseball 18. Um, we've got a couple of actual personnel hires to make. We need a new pitching coach and we need a new hitting coach. Let's do not coach tendencies. Yeah, that's fine. Pitching coach, reputation. Yeah, it's for AAA. He doesn't want to work for us. I bet Dishman will. Yeah, I'm going to give you a 5-year deal. And then we needed a new hitting coach. Again, we'll check reputation. We're not going to get like the best choices, but it's fine. Let's hire Dwayne Wise if he'll take it. There we go. Now, this is our last season, potentially, in terms of... no, we're going to reduce that increase to $21 even. If we want attendance to increase, we can't increase prices because then people will say, I don't want to come. Yeah, because our contract ends in 2032, which is this season. Oh no, I'm sorry, we have one more season after this. Huh. Interesting. So we've got offers in for the 2 new coaches. Let's go ahead and offer every other. Let's offer some contract extensions. I don't want to lose anyone just yet. We might hire a new scouting director in the offseason. He's really good at finding toolsy players, and we'll be picking toward the top for a while now. But the thing is, his overall rating is just good. Although he is a pretty good scout. It might be worth just keeping him. You know what? I don't think it's better to get better than excellent. So actually, let's just go ahead and give him an extension. He doesn't want to be the scouting director anymore. What? Oh. You're a jerk. The thing with keeping Dempster is we only have 3 pitchers who are ground ballers. And that's not super helpful to us. Maybe. We'll talk about these guys at the end of the season. Because the assistant general manager matters so little, we'll just go ahead and re-sign him. If he wants to be. Offer extension, and you'll take an extension. That's great. You're not allowed to make more money than I do, though. Alright. Quick look at the lineup. Everything here looks good. So as we talked about last time, we do need to start considering more platoons. Because, like, if we look at Carrios, he's a bad hitter against left-handed pitching. He's just objectively bad. Wait a minute. Where's your DH? Your DH is Cam Morena. This is what I hired him for. There we go. And then, yeah. So let's take a very quick peek at the free agent market. Very quick. All batters, all outfielders. Please sort by. We need a good right-handed bat. Like an Eloy Jimenez. You don't want all that much money. But he expects to be in the starting lineup. What about Pete Little? Little has no platoon weakness. He's just not a very good contact hitter. You probably want all kinds of money, I bet. Oh, we might lose our draft pick. Yeah, you get compensation. Otherwise, I would jump on that in a heartbeat. Kurt Price. What do you look like? You're a nice even hitter. You don't really have a hole at all. Offer contract. Oh, wow. You don't even want a major league deal? Yes. I will happily make you a backup outfielder. I'll get rid of Josh Judy if I have to. I don't have anyone right now who's a righty. I have Pineda, who plays all the outfield positions. Now, the point was to send him down to let him improve because he's had 2 bad seasons in a row. But if I just stick in line up against left-handed pitching, that might help. I mean, Judy's nothing to keep in the lineup. Yeah, let's go ahead and waive him. You're a lefty. Let's have you work on yours a bit more. Right. So against right-handed bats, same lineup as always. Against left-handed bats, who do we actually want to bench? I think it's both Meneses and Carrios that have pretty big holes. No, Meneses is about the same. Who else was it? Romero, who's already out. Might just be Carrios at this point. Yeah, so what we'll do is we'll go ahead. You shift to backup. Sorry, Pineda plays left. You shift to backup. You shift to backup. And you can also be our defensive sub in left field. Now, Pineda's not so good against right-handed pitching that I want him bidding 4th. We'll still bat Harris above him. But this is a way for him to get meaningful at-bats and probably make Carrios look even better than he does now with relatively little expense. And we'll have that other guy that we can maybe work on this with too. And Queen should be filling in a shortstop. I like this plan. Right. So to hope that playing the platoons, that getting Carrios out of the lineup is worth it. And if we look at his batting stats from last season, I don't want expanded, I want just basic. And I want versus left-handed pitching. He had 213. He was much better in his first season. But, I mean, this is 150 at-bats where he was actually a drain on the club. Now, let's look at someone like Pineda. And how did he fare against left-handed pitching? He was bad overall. He was actually better. And he was so good at drawing walks and hitting for power that even with a 200 batting average, he managed a league average bat. I mean, he had no redeeming features. But, yeah, this makes a lot of sense, actually. And his morale's better, too, because he got promoted. He's like, oh my god, you guys, I'm back at the majors. So let's see how he does. I'm a little more confident about this team, though. A tiny bit. Let's go. Oh, did I set the pitching staff and all that good stuff last time? I'm pretty sure I did. They just signed Eloy Jimenez. Well, it's fine. It doesn't make sense to overpay for platoon bats. We're going to have $18 million next season to spend however we want to. That's pretty sexy. I mean, if you were remotely willing to give me a discount, I'd think about bringing you back. I'll take the popularity hit and spend the money on other things. Let's see how good Brocky actually before we start doing things like offering him extensions. Fitch I worry about a tiny bit, about him being worth it, but at least for the next 2 seasons, he should be pretty good. Right. Without any further ado, I say we continue. Oh, pitching, right. Pitching looks good. Davila's a starter. It's admittedly a risk. And I think I explained this last time, but I'm going to explain it again just to be on the safe side so everyone understands where I'm coming from. His movement, and this is generally true in the majors too, movement is typically what affects whether you give up home runs. If you throw a straight fastball down the middle of the plate, 9 times out of 10 it's going to be a home run. So you want to pitch with a little bit of movement. And his movement's terrible. But giving up 2 homers in a game as a starter isn't a big deal. Giving up 2 homers in a game as a reliever costs us games. And so despite the fact he had a very good year as a closer 2 seasons ago, I think we're getting a lot more value if we make him a starter. So let's go. Who's injured? New York claimed Barrientos. And Price signed. And we got our new contracts. Was Barriente actually on my Major League roster? He was not. It's fine. Oh, we got 2 guys. Let's send you both to AAA. And we'll take you off the waiver wire now. Oh, we don't know when Mike Mosley's going to come back, but I think he's already on the disabled list. We can check that out. Yeah, we don't know when he's coming back, and he's not mega critical to this team anyway. We can afford to have him take it easy. I don't know why I was looking on the wrong side. Mostly it's ready to come back. 65, 50, 50. Let's give you a rehab assignment. Because it's not mega critical that we call him up right away. Anything interesting? Not really. This isn't really anyone that matters to me. We're at 500, but I mean, 10 games in a Major League season, especially in the beginning of the Major League season, is virtually meaningless. Dixon wasn't ticketed for the majors anyway, so you can go to AAA. I think he was on the Major League DL because he got hurt when he was in spring training. So you can only do 1 week at a time. Aha, they fired their general manager. Bet you wish you still had me. And your manager. Haha. Dicks. Kurt Price had a very good play. Now the thing is this. He's only got a 30-day deal before he becomes a free agent. But I don't know who he'd replace right now. Damn, he is enjoying his time in the Sally League. Nice. Kurt Price. Juan Rivera. And someone that's not on my team, and therefore it doesn't matter. Up, he's on my team. Well done, Kevin Harris. Well done. Okay, it's May. We've only played about 24 games, but it's still enough to at least review what's working and what isn't. We're still not scoring runs. Romero's off to a slightly slow start. I think it's Maitan. He's holding us back. And Fitch and Muchler are having bad seasons as starters, but that's fine. This needs to get better. Now the question is, do we make a move in the lineup? The problem is I don't have a traditional leadoff guy. I could just promote Morris, but then who would be my number 2? I think is Maitan's going to start getting grumpy if I don't put him near the top of the lineup. All right, we're going to shake things up for now. I'm going to make Morris the leadoff hitter all across the game. I know Morris can't sustain the performance he's had, by the way. In case you think I've lost my mind, I don't expect him to hit 350 and all of a sudden hit for power. He's on pace for 7 homers, which would be as many more homer. He only has 2 homers in Major League history right now. I don't expect his home runs to be there. But I do hope that we can maybe get him scored 100 times. All right, pitching-wise, any problems with Muchler? It's his walk rate. That should come down if we look at his career numbers. And he's still super young. What's wrong with Fitch? He's another one who's walking lots of people. So maybe I should fire my pitching coach. Okay, how serious is this injury? Minimal effect. I think Kurt Price is gone already. Which is a shame, I could have used him, but it's fine. Karios isn't replaceable in one sense, but in another sense. What, is he worse now? No, we already knew that. Anyone on my team? Not really. We're still not hitting up to max potential. I don't want want the Braves to be stopped. I want the Braves to very much not be stopped. Who's the worst reliever on the team? They're actually all kind of bad this season, but we'll send down Nelson. And where is, what's his butt? Mosley, there we go. You could just be a standard middle reliever. Antoine will get better. See, Muchler's improving. Fitch is getting better. How's DeVille doing? He still loves him some gopher balls. He's got to get that under control somehow. And I don't know how, but he's got to get it under control. Morris is the closest thing. It affects his throwing. I'll handle that. That, on the other hand, is much more disappointing. Losing him for 7 months. Dan Dixon? His stuff and control should both get better. But look at that stamina. He's not going to be a major innings eater. Olivas, maybe. You're a reliever. Yeah, all of a sudden we're starting to lose our pitching prospects. The problem is that's just really low stamina, and I need someone who can at least deliver innings, which I guess means a Olivas. So we're going to make... let's make O'Dane the ace. We'll bump up everyone. And then Olivas will take over the 5th starter role. Who's supposed to pitch? We'll just let DeVille pitch. And then Muchler and then Olivas. There isn't someone secretly here who's like a 70 stamina, is there? And Mosley's a 60. Let's continue for now, though. That could derail our whole season. I hope it doesn't. But it could. National League. Literally not a soul. We'll sum up to the draft, and then before we do the actual draft, we'll take a quick look at the team. A 469 winning percentage isn't... It's bad. But it's not really bad. Here we go. Player development. Favila's actually getting better. Morales got better. Wardell's getting better. Rulo and Grubbs got better. Castro got worse. He's better. Bauer's a tiny bit better. Casanova's gotten slower. That's not encouraging. Holy crap, Mike Fitzhugh. He's kind of shot up the ladder all of a sudden. Singer's getting better. Quite a bit better. Let's not rush him. He's 19. Is Casanova doing well enough to go up to AAA? The thing is, I don't see the power yet. He'll hit a lot of doubles, though. I'm going to wait on him. Why are you angry? Wait, roll on team unhappy. Please don't freaking tell me what I think you're about to tell me. Okay, lineups. Okay, yeah, his role on the team is fine. I think he is it that he thinks he should be in the majors already? I wish, see, here's the thing, and someone mentioned this earlier in the comments, and if it's true, that's fine. I wish it would say role in organization, not role on team. Role on team makes me suspect that he thinks he should be doing something he's not with his team. And maybe that changed recently, I don't know. Let's leave him in AA, at least until the All-Star break, and then we might look at him again. Alright, so let's look at the overall team. Karios has been still producing a lot of value. His numbers still look pretty impressive. Morris is still hitting probably better than... Nope, see, the power's already starting to drop off, which is fun. I didn't expect him to hit for all that much power. Oh, God, Favila, seriously? 206 is what you're trying to sell me? I mean, this is what you gave your team last season, but I was hoping for actual offensive production from my catcher. And you weren't cheap either. We're getting a decent season out of Pineda. It seems like not exposing him to right-handed pitching is helping. Because they're hitting a 241, 333, 341, 431 line. You know, offensively, it's not that players are bad, it's just that they're... Maitan is bad. He's really bad. Now here's a crazy idea. If we go to players, where do you find the compare player function? Here you go. I want to compare Queen to Maitan. Okay. Hitting, allegedly, Maitan is better, although he's off to a really slow start this season. Queen is a better base runner. Oh boy, he's a real Jordani Vade of Valdesvin. I know none of these players. These here are players I've actually heard of before. Maitan is still probably the smart choice for the moment. Oh, come on, Wardell. I can't see your bat cool off. I'm expecting a lot of value from you. I'm basically going to hand you the shortstop job next season. Unless I get someone like a 1-year stopgap in free agency. And I'll grant you, you're actually a much better second baseman, but... Right, let's go up to the first player draft. We need something a little bit extra to get us over that hump. Ernesto Castro? You've developed as much as you're going to develop. So the question is, do we call him up? Or do we trade him and see what we might get out of him? I can't even issue Juan Carrios. This is bad. We just need an elite player who plays like one all the time without obvious holes. If I traded Castro, if I just shopped around, what kind of deals could I get? Mostly pitching. Oh, this guy's a really good shortstop. It's a shame he can't hit. Pitching. I don't like low work ethic. If a guy has low work ethic, he's less likely to reach his potential. I dig the stamina. You'd be my number 5 starter right now. And I like that you've got really good stamina. Oh, yeah. If I take Untouchable off, he still wants more. And I think that's fair. The question is, will we get anything? He wants a lot more. Kurt Doughty could develop substantial power, but again, that's a pretty bad risk. You're an average hitter who plays a decent third base. That's got value. He wants more, like a prospect. The problem is, I'm not going to get one. How about Alfredo Uribe? Would you give me him? No. And there's no one on your major league roster that really thrills me. You'd give me Mike Thay, you'd never do it. Just for fun. There's a lot to like about this trade. You've got a really good system, Philadelphia. What would you need me to throw in? Nope. You know what? Let's just take this trade, and I don't care what Clay Condry says. I actually like this trade quite a bit because I don't have a long reliever right now, do I? Well, there's no rush. Where'd you put him anyway? Wait, seriously, where did you put him? Oh, here we go. Oh, you're a starter, dude. I'm gonna put you on the 40-man and send you to AAA. For now. Write the draft. Oh, this is only showing me pictures right now. All players. Until next pick by Atlanta. Is this just an amazing draft for pitchers, or is there literally no good batters? Alright, so we need to decide what we need. Pitching prospects always have value. And a guy like Mike Shiflett, really good stamina, potentially good stuff and good control, but he may not develop that third pitch. And without a third pitch, he's going to be a marginal starter at best. And OSA thinks he's actually less likely to develop it. But there's so many pitchers to choose from. Okay, Ian Cross is actually a much better risk to me. Because he's got the good stuff, he's got the good control, he's got the good movement, but he's got 4 pitches. Who's the best hitter in the draft? Resendez. Who's got elite contact, gap power, and home run power. 50, 70, 70, 50. He'll even draw a fair number of walks, though he will strike out. Angschnat is kind of meh. Zapata, meh. Christ, meh. These are all not bad hitters, but they're not franchise-changing players. Like, let's look at contact potential. Resendez is the only one who's even got a good mixture of tools. Do we take Resendez? Compare these two for me. No. He's clearly the best hitter in the draft. That's left. Let's take him. This looks like a really deep draft for pitching. So even if I take a guy here, that's not a pitcher. I can grab my pitcher here. All players. Let's just look at the default view potential. Yeah, there's still some amazing pitchers left in this draft. This is a really good draft for pitchers. Right. We need to use the filter more. Okay. Customize. Is that okay, here we go. Stamina, I want at least 70. And then let's say control potential at least 55. This should help weed out quite a bit of them. Okay. He's not a 3-pitch guy. He's a 3-pitch guy. 3-pitch guy. Let's change this view to individual pitch potential. This doesn't help because this view doesn't include potential and overall. Here we go. Just add it in there. And then we'll sort by potential. And this will tell us how many pitches someone has. Carpenter doesn't throw very hard. Neither does Ferguson. See, this is the problem with this supposedly really good pitching class. Is you've got a lot of people with 3 pitches. If Carpenter threw a little harder, I'd take him. Then there's someone like Ferguson who has all the pitches. I'm going to actually take Ferguson. I think he's the best fit for our club and the most likely to serve. Oh, good Lord. Impossible signability. Let's draft him anyway. I'll take a risk on Shiflett. If that changeup even hits 40, he'll be definitely worth it. Alright. Clear filter. Default, yes. Sheer potential, and let's go to batters. Is there anyone I can grab? Yeah, Tigner has power, but nothing else. Dunn is a decent all-around hitter with a decent level of defense, so we'll draft Dunn. We are not blessed with huge potential in our catching prospects. He'll never draw a walk in his life, but I can draft him. And then I want... Let's look at pure batting potential. Sure, we'll draft Mike Price. Who do we have that's a really good fielder? Huesca. Sure, we can draft him. And I will go ahead and let you finish the draft. Because the interesting players ran out really quickly. This is a very front-heavy draft. Now let's get negotiating. I will happily give you guys your demands. I have 11 million for signing bonuses. Jamie Ferguson. Let's call it 4.5 million. Because I believe in this kid. And if he signs, I think he's going to have a fast track to a really good career. Just because he has so many different pitches. He doesn't throw the hardest, but he's so big, he might actually put on some muscle. So we'll see what happens here. Holwell is not my first round pick, so I don't care. Mosley's going to miss a tiny bit of time. Who cares? And hey, look, Mosley's blister's a little bit worse. Forget you, Mosley. Shiflett was what, like my third rounder? Yeah. Resendez. I'd like to see you reach your full potential. But you're not old enough to go straight to single A. So we'll just let you hang out and see how you develop. $3,000 hits for Mike Trout. Congratulations. Dave Dunn signed. I offered you a shit ton of money, kid. You'd better sign. I mean, there's not even a chance that you should not sign. Damn well better be convinced. That was a lot of money. Oh, we're at the 500 mark for now. Sorry, that's not fair. We're above 500. Still no Braves anywhere near the All-Star game. But we do it through brute competence. And we're still 10th in runs scored. I don't know what to do at this point. It's clearly Maitan that's the problem. Romero doesn't help. Karios is doing his job. Morse is doing his job. Yeah, he's just not in a position to hit effectively. I don't know what to do, though. I don't know if we should trade him, because no one's going to take Maitan. Not on a one-year salary. Ooh, 11 wins in a row. Not bad. Ooh, Rogelio Casanova won the MVP of the Sally League game. This worries me a lot. He's supposed to be a contact hitter. If he can't hit 270, this is really concerning to me. And his power's not that great either. He is very far from the majors, in my opinion. Although we'll look and see what happens at the end of the season. Oh, we can hire some international free agents. Let's throw in on Figueroa. Right? Or do we want to go for... See, it's the contact. No, I want someone who will actually hit for average. I will offer you 1.5 million. I know their contracts are running out. He likes the upgrade. Profits better. Better farm system. He's a little disappointed. He's delighted. I don't know why all of a sudden he's saying he wanted us to make the postseason. That was not his proclamation at the beginning of the season. Maitan is dragging us down, but there's nothing I can do with him. Quite literally nothing. I don't think anyone... Let's take a quick second and shop him around some. It's mostly people with bad contracts. Money Piggy. I like the name, but not enough to sign him. Trade for him. Let's trade for Josh Duff. It'll boost our rotation, which could use a bit of a boost. It'll save us money this season. Yeah, this just makes too much sense. Let's make the trade. I'm not going to push this too hard. Because the one position I need help at is third base or shortstop, and you're not likely to give me either one. Yep. Yep, it was a hilarious joke. Ha 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 ha. I could see liking him. He thinks it's an insult. Joe Rucker. He's not thrilling, but I'm more likely to get him, I think. No, he really likes Joe Rucker, okay. Let's just take this trade. Okay, waivers and DFA. First of all, let's send down DeVille. Let's let him get some experience starting in AAA. And we'll call up Duff. And we're going to give Wardell a shot at shortstop, and we're going to give him that shot now. He's having kind of a bad season at AAA. Right. Wardell. 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 You're not hitting second, though. Karios, Morris. Manesi isn't hitting this season either, but at least he's drawing walks. That's something. What is your profile? Gap power hitter, decent contact, won't strike out a whole lot. I'm going to throw you right in the deep end and just let you hit second. Here, you can switch like that. And we'll see how you do hitting second. Pitching-wise, Josh Duff, you're going to be my number 3 starter. Out of interest, what would you want to stay with the team? Holy snot, you want virtually no money for a second year? Do it. Even if you melt down, that's so cheap. I'd be an idiot not to take it. And we got Figueroa, hooray. A trade proposal. A reliever who would be a not awful starter. I don't see the need. Ooh, partially torn labrum. You get pulled out of action for that. "16 starts in 83 innings is just over 5 innings a start." It seems like such an obvious decision to convert him into a reliever. But yeah, I want DeVille to practice in the minors as a starter. And just let him build up a body of work. He's not happy that he got demoted, but it's his own fault. If I convert you to a reliever, how much better does your stuff get? Not much. I'll promote Dixon. We'll make him a long reliever / emergency starting pitcher. And we'll just let him see how he does in the bullpen. You know what, Antoine? I was kidding around with you, DeVille. You're actually going to come back up, but you are going to come back up as a reliever. And I'm immediately going to make you a middle reliever. Antoine's never going to make it, not with 35 control. He's always going to walk loads and loads of people. In fact, I'll actually trade him. If I can get a player who's at least interesting for him, I will trade him in a heartbeat. People want me to take on salary. Hey, Dan Mitchell, my old buddy. For 1 year, I'd take him. Elizondo is a good hitter. I could bench Meneses. Holy snot. Nah, it's not worth it. I will put Antoine on the trading block and just see if anyone is interested in him. Front office salaries. You basically want no raise for 4 seasons. Yeah, that's fine. You're a good reliever even if you're not necessarily the closer of the future. You need to start hitting, my friend. Your power has just disappeared. And that was a significant part of your value. Okay. Up to the All-Star break this time. That's enough trading for now. And he enjoyed a 1-year extension, which for $2 million isn't too shabby. Let's keep you in until either your injury gets worse or something. We'll sim up to the All-Star game. Oh, Gunnar signed his extension. That was nice of him. All right. So let's take a look at the All-Star game rosters. Phil Fuqua. Wonder when they got him. Oh, they traded for him. Might have been my trade, actually. And Skylar Crook. That's got to be a draft pick. No, you got him from the Dodgers. Okay. O'Dane made it. Karios made it. And that's literally it. Well, poop. Oh, no, I take it back. Gregorio Favila also made the team. So I got 3 All-Stars. But more importantly, I'm at 500. Alright. So our plans for the second half are just to build on an obscenely bad on-base percentage. Wardell hitting .417 isn't going to last, obviously. But I think he can fill Maitan's hole. I mean, Maitan was hitting nothing. So even hitting something is going to help. Karios will continue to be good. Morris is proving a very good hitter. Harris is a nice number 5. Meneses is a bit disappointing. Kassan has been an awful hitter, and Favila hasn't been that thrilling. Although he is getting on base. And that's something our team's really bad at, is getting on base. If we take a quick peek, batter ratings, 2 people have above average batting eyes. And every one of our really good hitters has a bad one. Now, Wardle, I think, will get better. No, I guess he's already reached his peak patience. And Meneses and Favila both have decent on-base percentages, but that's literally it. Romero should be hitting for average. That's what confuses me. I'm not complaining because he's a useful hitter. But he should be hitting in the 270s or 280s. Like he did last season. I don't know why he's only hitting 250 something, but maybe that'll change. I don't know. This is something that Casanova can help with, because I think he's got a pretty good eye. He is a 50. Ugh. He's hitting really well, but he's not hitting for average. I will promote you to AAA, because I know that you've earned that. Reggie has earned AAA. And he's hit everywhere he's been. It's just been this... AA was a tricky season for him, maybe. We'll see how he does going forward. Who else are we controlling the Major League Ascent for? That's right, we agreed if I stay up toward the top, I'm okay. Jared Singer. He's hitting just above average, but he is playing up. He's playing actually kind of a bad center field. What are you angry about? Doesn't handle losing well. Well, maybe you should try hitting better. 278's not bad, but it's an empty 278. And I'd really like to see you thrive. So we are going to leave you in single A for the rest of the season and then promote you at the end of the season, maybe. I don't know why I ever have this on anything other than potential. I mean, do you think I care how Doug Alla's doing? I don't even know his name. And I know that sounds horrible, but I don't. And he's getting his brains hammered, but he just started in the majors, so that's fine. Zach Clayton. Check the international complex. Anyone here that should be promoted? Let's go ahead and promote you to this league. No one else here is all that exciting. Right. Pitching staff. I think moving DeVille back to the bullpen is a good strategy for us. We've got Duff for the next 2 seasons for pretty damn cheap. And we've got someone who finally won't walk people, which we've been lacking. And someone who'll give us just some quality innings, which is what I'm looking for. Gerardo's probably next to go, but let's let the relievers sort it out for themselves. Brocky has got enough tools. We might want to give him a bigger role as a reliever. Steady Eddie. His name is Jim. I think that's it for this episode, though. Losing Anderson hurt a lot. But we're technically still in playoff position. If we look at the standings, the wildcard standings, we're only 2.5 games out of the number 2 slot, which is not where I expected to be yet, especially when we still have so many obvious holes on the club. There's probably a little bit of luck in this on our part. Because our run differential is minus 28, which means we're roughly speaking, we should be 41 and 47. We'll see what happens going forward. Wardell, I think, will make a nice improvement over Maitan. This all gives a crap ton of money now for this season, too. If we decide to do some dumpster diving. Yeah. But that is it for this episode, everyone. So please, as always, like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you think of the trades we made so far. I think we've made the team better in the short term, at least. And we weren't going to get much from Maitan no matter what. Getting a pitcher like Josh Duff is honestly a minor miracle. And let me know what you think we can do to improve the team going forward. We obviously need more players that can get on base more effectively. There's not a whole lot of help for that coming. Except someone like Casanova, who's virtually a complete hitter. We seem to see him get over this hump, so to speak, of hitting for average. We could also do to improve the minor league system, but there's honestly not much we can do at this stage. Because a lot of the people that were in the minors are now in the majors. For a fourth-round pick, Wardell, you've come a very long way very quickly. But yeah, other than that, though, this has been Avindian, and I bid you good day.